And welcome into this edition of ACAP Today for the week of November 22nd, 2021. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's edition of ACAP Today, we're going to talk with two of our friends from the G.E.A.R Parent Network. We're going to learn a little bit more about what the G.E.A.R Parent Network is all about. We're going to hear about some of their upcoming activities and events, and we're also going to talk to them about some one-to-one support services that they're offering right now. And given everything that we've all experienced together over the last couple of years, certainly parenting has become even more challenging, and I'm sure that they're going to share some great information with us about the services and the unique things that they're offering here in Aroostook County and across the state of Maine. We're going to get to that in just a little bit, but before we do get to that feature interview, as we do at each point in this broadcast, we're first going to get to the news and information that you can use again for this week of Thanksgiving, the 22nd of November, 2021. And we begin in our news and information that you can use segment with sharing with you that our offices, because of the Thanksgiving holiday, will be closed this Thursday and Friday, the 25th and 26th of November, so that our families, our ACAP families who have worked very hard over the last 2 years, and of course before that as well, can enjoy the holiday season with their families. So if you are looking to reach us for services, we encourage you to call us on the first 3 days, Monday through Wednesday of next week. And of course, we will be back the following Monday with our services starting at their start times at our regular locations across Aroostook County. So again, thank you for understanding and being patient with us as we take this time, and we hope you enjoy your holiday time with your family. And speaking of being thankful, we thank our community for their outpouring of generosity during last Thursday's Helping Hands for Warm and Safe Homes Telethon, our annual partnership that was in its 5th annual year last week. And what a 5th annual celebration it was in partnership, of course, with United Way of Aroostook and our media sponsors, partners, WAGM TV. It was a phenomenal partnership, as it has been for the previous 4 years. But what an incredible outpouring of support that we've received from our county community on this day. And thank you all for your generosity as we move through the winter season with colder days ahead. Many families thank you for helping to keep them safe and warm in their homes who would otherwise maybe go without a heating source or without housing in this very challenging time of year here in Aroostook County. So thank you. We also want to alert you that our final homebuyer education class of the year 2021 is in fact coming up on Saturday, December 11th. That will be held between 8 and approximately 5 p.m. and it's all held virtually via Zoom, as of all of our homebuyer education classes since the beginning of the pandemic. Donald Whipke is our instructor for these classes. He can be reached at 554-4175 or his email address there on the screen. We encourage folks who are looking to become a homeowner in 2022 to consider taking this class. If you're a first-time home buyer and meet some of the income eligibility guidelines, you'll get some pretty impressive incentives to participate in the class. Upon successful completion of the class, most of your closing costs will be taken care of, and you'll be accessible, or you'll have access to a very low interest rate through the Maine housing program, again, if you qualify financially. That noted, this is not a program that requires you to qualify financially to participate. So one and all are certainly invited to take the homebuyer education class. We encourage you to register as soon as possible so Dawn can plan for how many students will be in the upcoming class. And we also want to share with you that our Breakthrough Youth Program, a program of the Aroostook County Action Program, and this program actually serves 5 counties, the 5 northernmost counties in the state of Maine, as of Aroostook, Washington, Hancock, Penobscot, and Piscataquis County. And we do so in partnership with our sister CAPs, Downey's Community Partners, that serves Washington and Hancock County, and Penquist CAP that covers Penobscot and Piscataquis County for us. This is a 25-session program designed to encourage youth to do things like explore career opportunities, learn skills to help prevent or reduce alcohol and substance use, completing pathways and creating pathways to achieving career goals, and gaining financial literacy, among many other things. We encourage any youth age 14 through 24, or if you know of youth age 14 through 24 who you think might benefit from the class, reach out to us. We'd be happy to give you some more information. This class will be starting soon. And we are currently enrolling for sessions. There will be both virtual and in-person sessions available. Contact us to find out when the next group begins. Part of the decision on when the next group will begin will depend on the interest level. So please do contact if you have an interest so we can get this course off the ground relatively quickly. Speaking of items that are available for people to improve their skills, and this runs across the spectrum from youth age 16 all the way up, Maine's Workforce Collaborative, which includes the Aroostook County Action Program and our partners, Eastern Maine Development Corporation, are part of the collaborative that is offering several topical sessions on a regular basis via Zoom to help improve employability. So everything from interviewing tips and tricks, making career choices, resume and cover letter development, job preparation and retention, and more. If you have an interest in taking these classes, you can find more information on our website. We encourage you to do so, or contact our workforce development team here at ACAP. The Hope and Prosperity Resource Center that ACAP operates now at 1 Edgemont Drive is now seeing individuals. They're open daily from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and are available to anyone in the community needing help navigating services, connecting to technology, connecting with housing, employment. If you need more information, contact Jeannie Fox at 554-4173 or her email address there on your screen. The Hope and Prosperity Resource Center is also turning to the community for help for Meal Train. We offer a luncheon meal to individuals, mostly who are experiencing homelessness, each day at noontime in the Hope and Prosperity Resource Center. We typically have 10 to 15 participants on average and would love to have more meals, or even sandwiches would be great, for the meal train. And we encourage you to please check out our Facebook page, and you can sign up for a day that hasn't already been taken. And we certainly encourage you to look into that. It's a great opportunity if you'd like to cook for others and you'd like to benefit people, especially during this holiday season. We'd love to have you join us in this venture. The coverme.gov website is available for open enrollment, and it will be through the 15th of January. ACAP is offering a sister product for this. Andrea White, ACAP's healthcare insurance sister, is available to support people who are looking to get into health insurance or change their plans. Excuse me. Andrea is available from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Please call her to make an appointment. She can help you navigate the site, including helping you answer questions to discover if you might be even eligible for Maine Care here in the state of Maine. We also want to share with you that ACAP's Winter Coat program is available through our community closet. It's available 24/7 to people in need, anyone in need. And we encourage you not only to pick up coats if you are in need of coats for members of your family and see what's there, but if you have gently used or new coats that you would like to donate, please consider making a donation to our office during regular business hours, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you cannot make it during those hours, we certainly welcome you after hours, because the community closet is actually outside of our building and accessible 24/7. And we will accept donations that are left there after hours as well. Please do help us with this as the colder winter days come along, and we are helping people who are in need of outdoor clothing. We do accept all kinds of clothing though, so please do consider donating any kind of clothes. It's most appreciated. If you are in need of assistance paying your rent, the Emergency Rental Assistance Program through ACAP continues to be available. We are processing applications about 3 weeks after we receive them at this point, given the volume that we are working with. But this could also help, in addition to paying your rent, if you are meet program eligibility guidelines, which essentially is the only criteria at this point, and you are having trouble paying your rent or utilities, it will help assist pay both your rent and your utilities for a period of time. Please give us a call, or better yet, check out the application. You can complete it completely online at mainehousing.org/COVID-rent. You can do it that way, or if you are unable to get online for whatever reason or navigate the tool, please call us, and our team of navigators and our team of receptionists will help you apply for this program. Speaking of applying for programs, we encourage you to also apply for the Home Energy Assistance Program. If you meet the income eligibility guidelines on your screen here, whether that was a 1-month look back, a 3-month look back, or a 12-month look back, because we understand folks' incomes change, especially in these times. If you've lost the level of employment over the last month or 3 months, you can certainly look back at that period of time and you may be eligible. Give us a call. We had many people give us a call during the telethon on the helpline last weekend or last Thursday, and we encourage others. We're still making appointments straight through the winter season, and we'd love to see you and connect with you at any one of our locations, or we can also connect with you over the phone. Most of our phone applications are being done that way at this time to accommodate folks during the pandemic. And we are also letting folks know that we have openings in our early care and education programs across Aroostook County. Very limited openings at this time, and they do kind of pop up and get gobbled up really quickly. But if you are looking for early care and education services or childcare services, please do reach out to us. You can complete an application right online. You can also give us a call and we'll be happy to help you fill that out over the phone. The Great American Smokeout was last week, and we thank you all for those of you who participated and who joined us in taking the pledge to make your home smoke-free. We, of course, will be announcing on our Facebook page the winner of the $25 gas card giveaway that was drawn at random from those who had applied to participate or who committed to participating in making that pledge, that online pledge for the Great American Smokeout. So thank you to all who participated. COVID-19 vaccination continues, and boosters are now available for all people across the state of Maine. If you are in need of assistance of finding a location to get your COVID booster or your original vaccination or a vaccine for your child, because they are now available for anyone age 5 and older, please do check out the website we have noted there. If you are unable to navigate the website or need to make an appointment that is done online at a location and are unable to do that, please do call our reception team here at the agency and we will be glad to go online and make that appointment for you. In addition to that, do not let not having a ride to your vaccine appointment be a deterrent. There is a free vaccine ride program being offered through the Department of Health and Human Services. The phone number is there on your screen. We can also help connect you with that group as well. We also are offering, we know that there is a spike in cases of COVID-19 across the state of Maine and certainly here in Aroostook County as well. Just as a reminder, ACAP is offering support for individuals who are asked to isolate or quarantine with things like grocery and meal delivery, shelter assistance to stay in place, or providing income and rental support or other services, including services that might be needed to support you through the stress and anxiety of that position. We are offering these services free of charge as part of a contract we have with the Department of Health and Human Services. Please do give us a call if you find yourself in this situation. We want you to stay safely at home and not in the community where you need to, where the virus could be spread. So we are available. You can also do this on the Department of Health and Human Services website. And if you have a family or loved one in another part of the state that comes down with COVID or is asked to quarantine or isolate, you can go on that same website for the Department of Health and Human Services and with their permission apply for assistance for them because any CAP agency in the state is able to provide this assistance. And we've done more deliveries of groceries and other COVID supports than we have throughout the entire pandemic period in just the last 2 months alone. So we know that there's a need out there. Please do reach out to us if you need this assistance. And lastly, if we've not talked about something in this program, because we have over 40 programs and services, and you are in need of any assistance at all and just not quite sure where to turn, as many folks are these days, we encourage you to just give us a call, 764-3721. Ask to speak with a navigator, share with them your concerns, and the navigator will help connect you to the right programs and services, whether those are here in our agency or outside of our agency. That's what they're here for, and we encourage you to rely on them, to lean on them for that assistance. And with that, that's this week's news and information that you can use. I'm so pleased now to welcome to the program 2 guests, one of whom is a familiar face to ACAP and a familiar face to this program. They're both with the G.E.A.R Parent Network. The first one of the individuals that I'm so pleased to welcome back is ACAP's, I always say ACAP's own because I feel like you are, Jen. You've been such an important part of our ACAP family for so many years, and we're glad you're part of our extended family still. Jen Smith, who's a family peer specialist with G.E.A.R Parent Network. Welcome back to ACAP Today, Jen.
Thank you.
And secondly, working with Jen is Elizabeth Consalvi, I should say, sorry about that. She's the regional coordinator for G.E.A.R Parent Network. And Elizabeth, this is your first appearance on ACAP Today, so welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
All right, so I want to start out, Jen and Elizabeth. First of all, for folks out there who don't know about G.E.A.R Parent Network or what G.E.A.R Parent Network is, let's give folks sort of the opening. This is what we're all about, and help them to understand how they might access your services.
Absolutely. So G.E.A.R Parent Network is a completely parent-run program. And our primary mission is to empower parents and caregivers of children with behavioral, emotional, and mental health care needs. And so we do this in a number of ways. We provide support through a support group that meets once a week, every Wednesday afternoon. Our support group meets virtually. We also offer workshops just about every week. Educational workshops that cover a variety of subjects that are pertinent to parents, and parents particularly who are parenting those children that have those emotional, behavioral, and mental health needs. And G.E.A.R is a statewide network, and so we have parent peers in every county in Maine. We also offer one-to-one support for parents who have a child with a diagnosis, or a child maybe who's on the way to receiving a diagnosis. And so those are the main ways that we reach parents.
Great. Oh, and now, Jen, let's talk a little bit more about that one-to-one support that you offer, because I would think that at a time like this, as I said in the introduction, that level of support is probably more important than ever. And so talk about what happens in that one-to-one support, what that consists of, and what you're seeing as it relates to the importance of that right now.
Parents, a lot of them feel isolated right now with the pandemic going, and we're able to meet through Zoom, so we can meet virtually and connect with parents so they don't feel alone. That's, I think, one of our goals, or at least one of my main goals, is to empower parents, but also to have them not feel alone. So they know that there's somebody else out there that understands what they're going through, and the challenges of parenthood can be very difficult.
Now, you also offer some educational workshops and conferences, things of that nature. And those vary in terms of what you offer during the time of year to be reflective of what's happening at the time of year, but also in terms of the nature of how they can be most helpful to parents in terms of maybe the things that their children are experiencing. So talk about those kinds of workshops and what you might have coming up.
Well, tonight I'm offering a workshop from 6 to 8 that covers how to manage stress, surviving parenting. Self-care is never selfish. We offer a lot of workshops that discuss the stress that comes with parenting. We also offer diagnosis-specific workshops, like ADHD, autism, and other diagnoses are covered during those workshops. We offer an exposure to toxic chemicals workshop and disaster preparedness workshops that cover a lot of positive parenting practices, and just offers a chance for us to get together with parents in the community to discuss some of the things that are happening, day to day, and discuss the topics that are important to us as moms and dads.
Great. Now, I know that even prior to the pandemic, emotional and behavioral health concerns were very top of mind for folks. We conduct a comprehensive community assessment here as an agency of the countywide, every 3 years, and behavioral health issues have consistently ranked prior to the pandemic, and certainly we're about to release our recent one that was conducted here in 2021. And I anticipate that will be, as high or higher than ever in terms of a concern that's top of mind for people in our community. What are you both seeing in terms of things that have changed over the last 22 months?
Do you want to answer that, Jen, to start?
I've experienced parents being more overwhelmed with just the amount of time that's gone by with the uncertainty of things. So they just, a lot of them want to move on past this. Some can't. It's very overwhelming for them because they can't plan ahead. Day-to-day changes are very hard.
Yeah, and I would say I've noticed, well, and in discussion with a lot of guidance counselors recently, I've heard reports in just about every school where I've spoken to the guidance staff. They've talked about the anxiety that the kids are experiencing, that they're seeing a huge increase in that. Even children that maybe historically haven't had behavioral or mental health needs prior to the pandemic seem to be developing some difficulties now. So I think, I think we've lived under an extraordinary amount of stress. It's stressful regardless of the pandemic to be a parent that is trying to meet these needs that maybe aren't as commonly understood for other families, because it is a lonely journey. Like Jen said, I mean, it can be very lonely when your friends or even family members don't always understand the needs that your child has and some of the difficulties that you're facing. So that's really where G.E.A.R comes in as a support to those parents that maybe are in that struggle. And I think the need is markedly increased lately.
One of the activities that you offer, one of the types of activities that you offer are socializing and networking opportunities for families and for parents. How has that evolved and that changed in the course of the pandemic when folks are being asked to socially distance and the like? Have you been able to move things to platforms like this that allow families to engage and to be able to have those critical, just let their guard down kind of moments and an opportunity to connect with one another?
Yeah, that has definitely changed. And so like our support group and our workshops are all virtual at this point. And the support group, I would say, is the opportunity for parents to gather and network quite a bit with one another, to reach out. It's because it's virtual, it reduces some of the barriers that existed previously, like parents that were having difficulty maybe finding childcare, or even the commute, the travel to the support group could be an issue if a family is in an economically stressful situation. So I think we've seen that's the upside, is that it's reduced those barriers and it's increased people's ability to maybe attend. Obviously, though, it is harder to network, and it's always something to kind of overcome the virtual platform and the challenges that can come with that. So there's pros and cons, I think, in the change. I think we may keep it virtual because we're able to reach across, statewide, and therefore gather people together in a greater way. And the fact that the barriers are reduced, there's definitely the upside is there.
Jen, I know that you're both a naturally positive person in terms of things that are to come and things that are happening, and a mom yourself. What are you seeing in terms of hope and the outlook of your families that you're working with?
Well, you got to have hope. This past summer, we were able to have a couple outings through G.E.A.R outside, so socially distancing, and was able to happen because we had the space. So I'm hoping, more of that to come in the spring and summer when the weather permits, and families getting out there to hopefully connect with them in person. I feel like you can reach them on a different level when you're actually there in person. So.
Speaking of connecting, Elizabeth, how do folks best connect with the G.E.A.R Parent Network if they're watching this on one of our cable access channels in the St. John Valley, or catching this on an ACAP's Facebook page, or however else they might be watching this program, and they're like, gosh, that sounds like something I could certainly take advantage of and would benefit from. How do they get that process started?
We have multiple ways that families can connect with us. We have an 800 number that they can reach out to us by phone. Just if a parent is having a hard day, we welcome that call, and we can provide the emotional support, hopefully, and put them in touch with the person that is best able to meet their needs within the county that they're in. As well, we have the website, which is the G.E.A.R Parent Network website. They are welcome to go there. In fact, you can register for our workshops on the website. You can also find all of our contact information to contact each one of us directly if there is a need, either by email or phone. All of our information, our contact information for each staff member is on there. I would say, we hope, like Jen said, to be able to do more face-to-face in-person support with our moms and dads that we are serving through our RAMP and our systems of care programs, which are the one-to-one piece. But we are doing a little bit as we are able, and mostly through the Zoom and the GoToMeeting platforms.
We also have a Facebook page.
Great.
Yes, a Facebook page. Thank you, Jen.
That's a great way for folks to connect. So what, Jen and Elizabeth, what have we missed that you wanted to make sure folks know from this time that we've spent together?
Well, I think, going back to the one-to-one support piece, I just want to, talk about that for a minute, to say that can really be helpful when parents are struggling, maybe navigating some of the systems of care that we end up dealing with as we're trying to help our kids and meet their needs. So G.E.A.R is really great for that, as well as just that emotional help, that, support piece. And we don't have, unlike a lot of providers right now, we don't have a waiting list for our one-to-one support. And that one-to-one support can take place over many months, up to 6 months long, so it's just nice to have the parent who is dealing with the day-to-day struggles for, navigating the systems of care, encountering some of the loneliness, for them to have support benefits the entire family. So that's the goal. And I think, I don't know if there's anything else you want to add to that, Jen, but
I like our no shame, no blame, no judgment. We are up into that. We are accepting. We want everyone to participate if they could. Any parent that needs any support, we have definitely different options available. So
it does sound like there are just no barriers to be able to receive the help, including no waiting list. That's great to hear, because I know that that's not the case in many other areas where people are seeking assistance these days. So it's really good to hear. And
it's all free with no contingencies based on insurance or anything like that. So no
along
barriers
with the workshops.
That way. All of our workshops, all of our support is free.
That's great. That's very important as well. And there's no income qualifications or guidelines to participate. That's huge.
Right. Yeah.
We also have we also have a couple workshops coming up in December on the website for to engage with families, to have parents and children. We have one that is a baking activity to do with your kids on Zoom, and then we have a craft activity, I think a salt dough one.
Yep, I'm doing the salt dough at the end of the month, just before Christmas.
That's perfect.
And I think we have a painting, a craft painting one as well towards the beginning of the month.
Very nice. Great timing on that as well. Great.
Yes.
So lastly, I just want to ask you, this is the season of Thanksgiving. So what are you both thankful for this year? Elizabeth, let me start with you. What are you thankful for as we head into Thanksgiving?
Well, to start with, I'm just thankful for my friends and my family, but these wonderful people I work with. I have to say the connections I've made myself working for G.E.A.R have been amazing. And just, I love my job and I love the chance to try to pay it forward as a mom who's endured the struggles that are very similar to what a lot of the parents we're trying to help have gone through. It is not lost on me the value that our program G.E.A.R brings to people's lives, and it's neat to be a part of that.
And Jen?
I would say my family and friends, work family, even my previous work family. I am thankful and I'm glad that I get to be somebody's cheerleader. That's very important. And this nice weather, because it has been a nice warmer weather for just November.
We've been
So that is
thankful.
always welcomed.
All great things to be thankful about. And thank you to you both. I'm very thankful to both of you for being our guests on this week's ACAP Today, and also, and probably more importantly, for the wonderful work that you're doing to be able to help families without any barriers the way that you are. And that's huge today. So thank you both for that. And I wish you both a happy Thanksgiving and a happy holiday season ahead. And as we say, get ready to say goodbye before we leave all of you today. We want to first share with you our photo of the week, and the celebratory theme and the appreciation theme does continue, because our snapshots of the week are of Bobby Garrett, who created Party in a Bags for our community cupboards. The bag, and now inside this bag, you see a list of items there, but is pretty much everything someone would need to celebrate a birthday. And so we recognize that sometimes paying for a celebration, especially a child's birthday celebration, is something that is out of reach for members of our community. And though we offer a community cupboard where you can come and get the basic staples if you're having difficulty being able to afford particularly food at that particular moment, we also understand that if it could be your child's birthday, that could be a very difficult time as well. So Bobby, as part of a Girl Scout project that she did, added in our community cupboard here at ACAP in Presque Isle, but in several others around central Aroostook County, added these Party in a Bags that include everything from the cake mix and the frosting to some things that kids can have fun with and do artwork with at a birthday party. So we thank you, Bobby Garrett, for your continued generosity, because this isn't the first time, and I'm certain it won't be the last time that you bless us with your generosity, and particularly that project, the Community Cupboard Project, which we know you are so fond of, and we appreciate all that you do for it and for the individuals who regularly access food and other resources through the community cupboard. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you to our guests again, and thank you to all of you for joining us on this week's edition of ACAP Today. We wish you all a very happy, peaceful, blessed Thanksgiving week, ladies and gentlemen, and we look forward to seeing you on the other side with another edition of ACAP Today next week. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.